Good day. Welcome to the Blackboard Box demonstration. Today's demonstration is to show the integration between the Box document system and Blackboard Learn LMS. There is a new building block that facilitates this integration, and it actually has three main features: the ability to do offline sync, the ability to add mashups to the text box editor, and the third option is a new content handler that allows you to use the box embed view inside of Blackboard. We will demonstrate all three today. So first of all, there's a building block that needs to be installed and configured with OAuth 2.0 to enable this integration. There's an install guide and user's guide that walks through the installation configuration to make it available for your Blackboard system. Once installed and configured, you would turn on the tool, and this allows you to support both courses and organizations within the Blackboard Learn LMS. We'll start with courses first, and we'll show the ability to use the box sync for offline access. So first of all, you can go into any course within your system. Once the building block is enabled, you can add a link to your menu or a link to within your courses. Today we'll add a tool link. We'll call it Box Sync, and we'll set it up to use Box Sync as the tool. Once it's set up, you can hit Submit, and this will add it to your course menu. And then of course you can move it around to what best works for you. Along with the Box Sync menu item, there's also a course tool called Box Sync Config. And this allows you to add folder mappings if you want to specify other than your default course folder for folders that would be synced to a person's Box account. If you select the Box Sync automatically, first time in, it will automatically create a folder mapping for you to your default course folder. You can also go ahead and add more in here if you wanted to, if you've got multiple folders that are associated with this course. If a person wants to sync this folder to their personal Box account, they can simply set the sync to Box account, and this will go ahead and sync all files within this folder to a person's personal Box account. Once the sync is complete, we'll go ahead and see that there's a success message, and then when you drop over to your Box account, you'll see this new folder get created, which is using the course ID as the default folder name. And then when you go in, you'll see the folders here and files and subfolders that will automatically be copied over. Now, if it's your first time in here and you haven't set up your OAuth and logged into your account, you can actually unsync your account. You'll see a success message for that. And again, when you go back to sync, it'll ask you to re-authenticate for your site. So we'll go ahead and show the authentication. We'll go ahead and say we want to grant access. And now when we perform the sync, you'll see it automatically sync to your Box account. This only has to be set up the very first time. It'll remember the security token, and on subsequent syncs, you won't have to worry about it. Again, you'll notice when you come back over here to your system, you'll see that it's going to create version 2 of your documents. So we have full versioning control in here. So every time you sync, it'll create a new version of the document. So you have a history of all documents over time. You can actually add multiple folders in here. So if we want, let's say that we had another folder attached to this course that we want the learners or students to have access to, you can jump back over here to the Box Sync and add a new folder mapping. You can browse the Blackboard content system, say that we want to select a different folder, maybe a different course for instance, or we could even go up into the institution level, select a folder that you want, and this will add a new mapping here on the screen. So when the students click on the Box Sync feature, you will now see the multiple mappings, and you can either sync individual folders or sync all folders. We also support organizations in Blackboard very similarly, except there's an additional option here so you can tell it which courses you want to show up. Again, it follows the same pattern. We'll jump over to the community. We'll go into this box organization. And first thing we'll do is we'll add a new tool link to our course menu. And we'll make it available to the students. Once that's set up, you'll notice that by default, this is set up to be blank. It requires you to provide the mappings that you want. So again, you would drop down into the organization tools, select Box Sync Config, and add your mappings. Now you'll notice on the organization it allows you to select courses and the folders associated with the course. So it provides two options here. So we'll go ahead and say we want to select a specific course on our system. And we'll choose this Workplace Harassment course, ENGL 100, and submit this as our course ID. And then we'll associate the folder that's with this course. So again, we can drop back up, go into any of the courses that we have, and say we want this to be the folder associated with this course. When we hit submit, this will add that course ID and folder mapping. And then when a student clicks on the box sync itself, you'll see the mapping show up. You'll see the course ID, course name, and course folder. Again, if we do a sync to box, this will again sync based upon that token for that user in the system to their personal box account. And when completed, we can jump back over and do a quick refresh, and you'll be able to see that the ENGL 100 now shows up as one of the synced folders in the person's personal box account. So that supports all of our offline mode capabilities. We also have the ability for instructors and even learners to use both the mashup features and the content items features of Blackboard to link to folders or files within Box. So the first feature we'll show here will be the mashup feature. So you can go into any content area. You can simply say, I want to add an item. And today we'll do a sample mashup. And you'll notice now in the Blackboard text box editor under mashups will be a new feature called Box Mashup. This allows you to select any files from Box that you want to link here. So if we go into this Blackboard folder, and we see that we have this one file, we can easily select it, submit. And now this will put a box link into your text box editor for that file. We can simply submit this now, and now you'll see that sample mashup show here with the link to that box folder or file. Again, all the learner has to do is click on this to have access to that file and be able to view it very easily here within our system. A second option that we provide support for is content handler in Blackboard, a new content type. When that's enabled, under the build content area, you'll see a new option here for box content. This allows you to utilize the new embedded view that comes from Box so that you can show folders of Box using their Box Embed tool. Fairly simple to use. Select Box Content, give it a name, you can give it a description, and simply associate the folder in Box that you want to have the embed view from. So select the Box tool. You can easily go through and choose any folder here in the system. We'll use that Blackboard folder as our example. Choose it. It'll put that in here as the location we've selected, and hit submit. Now you'll see that it adds a new content type into your course. And then when learners click on this, they'll see an embedded view of their Box content. Again, thank you for your time. We hope you found the tools between Box and Blackboard interesting. We look forward to hearing you and having any feedback. Have a great day.